Hello everybody, my name is God of Hell, and yes, I know, about my terrible mic quality. I'm incredibly sorry. But, mainly the reason why is because I just in general don't have, good content, creative abilities, and I don't really have the, correct amount of money to actually buy everything, etc., etc. Excuse me. But, yes, hello everybody, my name is God of Hell, and today we are playing some, what was it? Mall Tycoon, I think it was? Mall Tycoon on Roblox, and just because... Also, if you haven't realized, yes, that is a Cyndaquil on my t-shirt. I am a huge Pokemon fan, and I, of course, as probably realized, really love Pokemon. They're one of my, it's one of my favorite games in the world. At least out of all the ones that I played. And, well, a lot of things mainly specifically happened. And, well, yeah. But basically, for the, quality of my mic thing, I'm incredibly sorry, but I cannot change that at the moment. I do not have enough money. I don't have the money to buy specific things, such as, amazing microphone quality, etc., etc. And it's just, really hard to do. Especially because, I'm only a small YouTube creator and we barely even make anything. Well, I don't make anything at all. Well, I just don't make anything at all because I can't make any content that is actually viable to getting up to the specific stage of, stuff. I don't have the ability of, being able to get specific things and then actually having the ability of getting more, viewers and stuff like that. So that mainly causes, a huge kerfuffle and basically causes some problems for me because I'm only a small YouTuber and I know barely even anybody makes it past, the first few seconds of barely even makes it past the first few seconds of my videos, and it's just it's thanks, I guess. But and then it's just I just really want to be this one specific content creator who's hey, look at me, I'm actually doing something, at least something productive. I actually have enough people to actually watch my content. And then it's you realize that you're just a small, tiny little YouTuber who barely even makes any, view. Nobody wants to see my videos, and it's just yeah, I know this. Which is basically the whole situation that I'm mainly stuck in. With the whole problem that the world has been going through at this time. Basically, of course, there will be more people on YouTube and everything, and then it's just because not a lot of people are going to be watching these specific YouTubers such as I, who don't even get the chance to actually be big YouTubers. I barely even get any views. I'm pretty sure the most views I've gotten was 11, maybe more. And that was on a video that I basically barely even talked. Which basically means that either I just need to stop talking and just be a mute YouTuber, or get a better mic, but I don't have the said money to buy a better mic, so I might just go mute, because people clearly want the content, they like at least some of the gameplay, but the quality of my mic is so bad that nobody wants to actually watch my videos. And for those people who actually do watch my videos, thank you so very much. Like, you're an amazing person, and, well, you actually make my YouTube career actually possible. And for those people who actually just are, like, super supportive in the comments, thank you. It's very nice to know that people are actually there for, well, me as a tiny, like tiny freaking channel. It's just like, sorry, my hair is like, everywhere right now. It's being a pain. But, yeah, I'm only like such a specific YouTuber, and then such a specific amount of stuff that I can specifically do in specific timing. I'm a very small YouTuber that can barely get any views, and the only way I can actually get more views is by spreading the word and spreading my channel. But I'm not that popular enough. Like, I'm not popular enough to actually, like, have the said, like, things. Hold on. Said things to, like, actually make my channel more productive. Because if I had the actual ability of making my, like, channel more productive, I would actually have more viewers. Which, to be honest, I really don't care about the viewership. I mainly just care about making the content for said viewers. Because the viewers I already have, y'all are amazing. And if you stay with me for all of my career, then holy Jesus. You made it so far. You were there for the entirety of, like, my not very good streaming, or, well, not streaming, making of my videos and a bunch of other stuff, and it was just like, this guy's pretty boring already, I'm actually kind of surprised that people are still, like, watching my videos and everything, and are still subscribed to me, even though I'm not very much of a great content creator. Like, with people watching the videos and actually leaving amazing and polite comments, it just makes me very happy knowing that people, like, are just there, like, being so darn polite. And then it's just like, thank you all. Just puts a huge smile on my face knowing that somebody actually is, like, here listening to me ramble on about all the massive bowl that I basically spit out of my mouth. Like, I'm just casually sitting here, well, laying here, but basically here creating the said content that I'm making for all of you, and then it's just like, hey, you got some more subscribers now, and it's just like, no. Like, to be honest, I'm a very, very small YouTuber, very, very small content creator, and, like, knowing that people are actually watching my content just scares me, I guess. I don't know why, but it just does. Like, I guess in a way it's like a natural instinct to be like, oh, you're literally a loser. But that's mainly what I call myself, because, those self-esteem levels. But then people like all of y'all come into the comments and just comment such amazing and nice things that it's just like makes me want to cry. Like tears of joy, because like how polite y'all are and everything, and it's just like, stop. It kills me so much. It's like seeing so much politeness. Like, I'm only a tiny little YouTuber. I barely even have anything. I'm not that cool. And then all of you are just like, you're amazing and like really great. And then it's just like, thank you, but also why? Because like how I was raised and how I basically lived throughout my life is that you aren't good enough for anything. I was I was treated some way in the manner of like basically act like a man or be nothing. But of course that's from a really shitty father who basically treated my life like a living hell, but it's kind of understandable, especially with him. Because when I was little, basically, he was very specifically distant. But not to the point where he, like, straight up left and never came back. Distant, but distant to, like, he really wasn't into, like, speaking as much. He mainly was, like, out doing something. Or when he wasn't, he would be, like, speaking to me or my little sister or my older sister, and then just, like, or talking to my mom. Having, like, a natural conversation or having a natural life. Like, just sitting there normally, and it's just, like, out of the blue, he just disappears. And it's just like, where do you go? Oh, probably out on his bike, because when I was really little, my dad used to ride a motorbike that he had a lot. Like, that man could break a record for riding that bike. But, like, with it, he would always be gone. And the only person that actually was mainly taking care of us was my mom. And, well, she's an amazing woman. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised and very impressed that she has dealt with me and my siblings for this long without breaking. Or finally snapping and basically running off. She has planned on it a lot, of course, but she always came back. Which I am actually very proud to know that, like, my own mother will stay. But back at to the main, like, point in hand. I don't know what the main point at hand would be. But, basically, I guess, like, with life being such a pain in the ass with me, I rarely even get specific things. Like, I don't make a lot of money or money at all, just in general, because of YouTube not giving me money. But with, like, if I get enough content or enough viewers out into the public, like, pushing my videos out, showing to others and spreading the word of, like, my channel, then YouTube is like, oh, you're starting to grow. How about we give you something like this as like a tiny little bonus? And it's just like a slight bit amount of money that I could actually be using for specific things, such as paying my mom back. And then it's just like, here we are, like probably years later, and then me just making a huge amount of like money and making such great content that, like, looking back at all my old videos, or this one specifically, I'd be like, a lot has changed. Like, so much has changed throughout life. And of course, life will always change. Life has a way of changing itself in its own special little manner. But, like, with these said changes, of course, there will be like bad times where it will basically be like, this is bad time to be here, and etc., etc. That basically you end up in one area that you're not able to actually be in, which is that said one area that you always put your mind into, and it's just like, I don't like that area. Because that one specific area is the dark place in your mind that you always go to whenever you're like thinking of dark shit. Such as like, oh, I'm just not doing really good with something specific. Like, I'm very great with like mathematics and everything. I'm a pretty big nerd with math and stuff. So it's like math for me. But, like, for many people, it would be much more different, of course, because people have their own different specialities and different beauties. But, like, for me, it would be like, oh, I'm starting to go pretty bad in my mathematical skills. What's going on? Maybe I'm not smart enough for it, maybe I'm not good enough, etc. The dark place in the mind. And basically letting that dark place speak for itself will cause more problems. And it'll basically set up a point of no return where you're basically stuck in that said loop. Well, said metaphorical loop that you basically put yourself in, which is basically you're downgrading yourself, pushing yourself to the point where you're like, I'm not good enough for anything. And then it's just like, actually, you can be good enough. You are the perfect person. You're an amazing person. And it's just like, nah, I'll just go. And then it's just like, ugh. But like, the people who view my terrible channel in such small quantities, like, those people are actually here for me. Y'all are amazing. Never stop, never stop being y'all selves, never stop being amazing. It makes me really happy to be a YouTuber for people like y'all. And it just puts a huge smile on my face knowing that I actually will be like going on to like specific places, like going on to YouTube, and then being like, oh, I'm actually getting to make some more special content, like exclusive amazing content for these amazing people. And then it's just like, I'm making this content because I'm mainly doing it for my own joy and my own benefits of basically making other people happy. That said, additional content and that special happiness that I get basically is like, it's basically like, oh, we're making good content. and we're actually doing something like productive with life instead of just being a low life loser. Or that's mainly what I call myself, a low life loser. But and people don't really like hearing it from me because like people always think that, oh, this guy must be incredibly happy all the dang time because of, look at him, he just looks happy all the time. Not really. Not really at all am I happy. The only time I'm like actually happy is when I'm making content or around family or around my girlfriend. And like being around the ones that I actually like care about or like make specific special content for like you guys, then it's just like life is life, and I get to actually help in some way to be in that said life. And well, that just immediately is like, you know what, you're doing something good with life, and you're like pushing yourself to your special little limits and not pushing yourself too far to the point where you're feeling uncomfortable. It's basically like that. And that's mainly what I was basically saying, like, in my very first recording that apparently didn't record. It was a really bad recording, and I was really angry about it, but basically, it's just like, I'm just here. Just trying my best to make good content, trying my best to be a good YouTuber that I at least am trying to be. I know that I'm not like as professional as everybody else because I'll never really be. I'm not that cool. But I'm cool enough to know that I'm actually able to make my own content and that I can actually do something on my own without like needing any support. Like when I was little, I used to always do that. And like it's just like like not very much of the A-OK stuff with me, because like I ain't very smart. I seem smart, yes, but I ain't smart. Sometimes I just mess up on things and, you know, just casually screw something up and then just walk it off like I did nothing. Which has, of course, happened a lot. And, of course, everybody's done it at least once in their life. But, like, for me, like, basically being there and just being here just in general, making content for y'all and actually doing something productive with my tiny little life is like basically like smacking me in the face and being like, hey, you're doing a good job, buddy, keep it up. And that's mainly what helps me like be happy about my very own life that I'm actually living, because like I'm actually doing something productive with my own life. And normally people don't think that I, like, throughout my life, I have barely even gotten any support from, like, from anything, basically. I barely get support just in general from real life because of, like, most of the things that I basically have done. I'm not looking for a job because I already have one. And, well, the whole problem right now, but, yeah. But, like, with the content creation, it's kind of hard, especially with, like, family being around, etc., etc. Family being an understatement of basically being one of the problem. because my little sister makes a lot of noise, and as you could clearly hear, that was one of the noise that I mainly tried to keep away. But yeah. Yeah. I just really try my best to do a lot of things for a lot of people, and try my best to make a lot of this content as good as possible, at least from my standards. And well, to be honest, of course, my standards are pretty bad, but I try my best to make those standards at least somewhat subpar, to the point where people will actually understand that I'm trying my best for this content. And like, basically I'm pushing myself to my very own limit, where I'm basically almost burning myself out, which of course is bad, but it doesn't really matter to me, because I am making something that I want to do, and I will sacrifice that to burning myself out, because I'll make a sacrifice of burning myself out than doing anything else. Because if I burn myself out, then it's better than basically wasting my own time making a content that is only going to be mainly viewed by like one singular person that's going to be like, ugh, this is bad content, this guy's trying too hard or trying too less. And I just try my best to make this specific content. It's just like, well, then try harder. And it's just like, but like, people pushing and pushing and pushing is not going to help a content creator. A lot of content creators have actually stopped being said content creators because of people like pushing them, like content wise, and like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And it's just like, we also want to do something with our own lives and actually make the choices we want. And it's just like let us do what we want, and then we'll see your suggestions and probably either accept them or deny them. And then people get like more agitated about it, and it's like, that's an understandable like move. You don't like hearing like you basically being wrong, and you don't want that feeling, so it's just like, oh, I need to push that away. So they do. They push it away by basically getting rid of the YouTuber or the content that they basically make, which is basically unsubscribing, which not all of us care. We don't care if you unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe all you want. It's free. We're not wasting any time. You're not wasting any money. Just basically, you watched the content and you were supporting us somewhat through the way, and then you lost interest, which is understandable. So now we're here. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just like, yeah. Ugh. But I think I'll be ending the video right about here. It does seem like a perfect time to end the video. So if you made it this far, thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like if you want, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Bye bye.